Welcome back to Railway Track Invisible Room.
Eminem and Rajiv. Manny. He lives at a house on rooms and floors and homes and wallpapers and ceilings. Room train.
Jimmy Cables. Nelson takes some cars into a heavy load of nut cargo car. Who is a Jimmy? Said Nelson, who is a member of the president, but he is another engine called Jimmy. So, Jimmy and Nelson come intolerant and was pretty cool line of cars. I don't these lines of the charger of this cars, thought Jimmy. And Nelson puffed dry with his a name in his pistons. Nelson was just thinking about her train, the Flying Scotsman, and Sam was waiting on couple. Nelson, racing slowly walking into a two engines, was speaking about them. I first saw the one Sonny burst on sharp, said Nelson. Make sure it was ready to go me, said Scotsman. I'm sorry to bother, but I just hope mine, said Jimmy. Anybody else was going on a regular schedule, said Rajiv. Don't swirl the camera, Sam blurted out. I her best on her break wood, best of her life to me too quickly with a black. This onto a highway wheels on hay you have wet storm, said Scotsman. The engine drive into a shunt this cars is on a way. The Flying Scotsmen are so expensive. He work at a feel calm because sleep before himself to her. I'll try it, said Scotsman. The Flying Scotsman we had a move, but the wheel slipped, spinning around the floor when coupling snapped. Super darkness, puffed Scotsman. I'll this be a very suppose, said Jimmy. Eminem was wasted and Jimmy was into a cable for a push into a charger. Heyday has began, exclaimed Jimmy. Handed me out to the green waste on my way, said Eminem. Scotsman is here, said Jimmy. Jimmy was in only one person who had an engine couldn't be awesome. But Eminem was thinking about treating about her bridge. Sam was in pleased to confuse when Rajiv returns at the merger. Goodbye, Sam, said Rajiv. Rajiv was very naughty of kind of a bolt, but he was smiled. Adler's broken down into a stairs, said Rajiv. Sam was singing at once. We've got in a goods train that is not in pleased Maine, sang Sam. Nelson heard about Sam sang. He break into a stop the junction invisible. Nelson's screen recorder when Sam was chugging around the corner into a hit. Sam smash into a car's front of a screen. Nuts flew everywhere. Sam and Nelson were in derailment on his floors. Arthur rescues Sam when Archimedes takes some big cars. You know, like a rescue, said Nelson. I have try on be brave like a new jerk, chuckled Frankie. Bone marrow transplant on his tracks, said Rajiv. Slow down, said Jimmy. And Arthur and Sam chugging away to speed 0.7x speed. Jimmy racing into a cable. Be careful, Jimmy, said Rajiv. It's dangerous moment hit. Then Jimmy returns at the cables. Jimmy was into a charger for a cable into a stuck into a difficult. Sub is lost in a very small words, said Frankie. Driver and fireman has been on Jimmy, said Archimedes. Archimedes was racing off to the room into a homework floors with his number. Jimmy and Rajiv taken some coaches to get some cars into each other. He was also a great indeed young old, but she was quite the next.